What is good, everybody, and welcome back to another Throwback Thursday, but Throwback Thursday rebuild of Madden 12. This game I used to have on my PSP when I would be out of the house, just going grocery shopping with my parents or something. I would just be playing Madden 12 on my PSP. I don't really know how different it is from the PSP to a console, but we're going to go ahead and find out today because we are rebuilding the worst team on Madden 12. And I'm assuming that it's probably going to be the Browns, even though the cover athlete is a player from the Browns. I can't remember his exact name off the top of my head, but we're going to go ahead and see. And supposedly the worst team on the game is the Arizona Cardinals at a 79 overall. They went 5-11. They have a 76 overall offense and 83 overall defense. The only thing about it is that there's 80 overall teams that had worse records. But they have a worst overall team. So their offense needs help. Their defense possibly needs some help. It's probably just mediocre right now. So we're going to have to go ahead and see what we can do with the Arizona Cardinals. Oh boy, there's no turning off coach firing. So hopefully we end up starting off good. Oh, this is a different type of menu. It just threw me straight into a game basically. And I hope I don't have to simulate every single game. But we're going to look at the roster. If I'm able to find it, roster breakdown. Is that what it is? All right, we'll take a look at the depth chart since that seems like the only way. Derek Anderson is the QB of the Cardinals. I don't recall him existing. Halfback was Tim Hightower at a 75 overall. Ryan Williams has a 73 overall, but it has a question mark. Anthony Sherman is the fullback of the team. I remember him. For some reason, he's a 69 here, but he's an 83 halfback. Wide receiver, of course, Larry Fitzgerald is on the team at a 96 overall. Steve Breaston at a 78 overall. Early Dossett at a 74 overall. Tight end was Stephen Spash and Ben Patrick. Seems like they have a lot of questions going on. The O-line sucks royally. The right guard seems like the best one. Deuce Latui. Brandon Keith is the right tackle. Left end Calais Campbell. 3 years into his career. Wow. Right end Darnell Dockett, 89 overall. I remember Darnell Dockett. Brian Robinson was a defensive tackle with Dan Williams there as well. Young Dan Williams, actually. I remember he was on the Raiders. I don't recall him being on the Cardinals. Left outside linebacker Clark Haggins. Middle linebackers Gerald Hayes and Darrell Washington. Right outside linebacker Joey Porter in year 12, 81 overall. Cornerback DRC, 85 overall. Patrick Peterson, a rookie Patrick Peterson at an 82 overall. And Gregory Toller at a 75 overall. But DRC, man, I used to love watching him. Kerry Rhodes, 88 overall. Adrian Wilson, 92 overall, strong safety. Wow. And the kicker was Jay Feely at an 89 overall. Wow, okay. Okay, so we have all the positions that don't matter in terms of them actually being good. Maybe I should reorder that because it doesn't seem like it's completely reordered. So I'll go ahead and auto reorder real quick. Maybe they figure out the halfback situation. Nope, he is still there. Okay, so, all right. I think I should just go about the season like I have always, which is just simulating the first season and hoping for the best. Oh, I see how it is now. Okay. Okay. And then the stats is in here. And I'm assuming that's the full season stats. Perfect. 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 Okay. So hopefully this is the right one. So I'm going to get through the preseason and I'm going to see y'all at the midseason mark, and hopefully we are somewhat good, and if not, hopefully we're able to draft somebody before they fire us. Actually, now that I'm at the first week of the season, I can only just simulate to the regular season, and I don't think I'm going to do what I did to myself the last time and just sit through every single week and simulate every single week. So I'm just going to leave the team as is for right now, see how they do this season, and I'll deal with what to do with them during the offseason and the beginning of next season. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate it and see how the stats look at the end of the season. Jeez. Huh? I'm sorry. It was telling me that I had to make a decision about the scouting and whatever, and that I had to do it now or none of the players will be scouted. Keon Hardy is supposed to be a 96 overall. And then Ben over here, the center, is supposed to be a 92. All the players I scouted were really, I guess, decent, but like that is extremely interesting. All right, well, at the end of the season, we are 4-12. Let's go ahead and see if we can look at the stats on the season. All right, and the stats on the season, our quarterback had 3,200 yards, 21 TDs, and 12 interceptions. Rushing, Tim Hightower had 557 yards and 1 TD. That's it? Is that really it? Of course, Larry Fitzgerald had 1,200 or almost 1,200 yards with 5 TDs to accommodate that. The rest of the wide receivers were not good. Don't care about the blocking. Defense, Gerald Hayes, our middle linebacker, has the most tackles on the team, of course. Paris Lennon has the most TFLs with 8. Joey Porter with 6. Darnell Dockett with 4. And Haggins with 4. Calais Campbell was behind him with 3 in year 3. Haggins had 16 sacks, and Joey Porter had 13. Wow. Okay, and interceptions on the season, DRC had 2, Hayes had 2, Haggins had 2, Patrick Peterson had 2. And that's all she really wrote in this one. We didn't have a bad season necessarily. It's just not as good as it could have been. 4-12. We definitely need to make some draft picks for this offseason. All right, re-sign players. Holy shit, this whole franchise thing is a doozy. Oh my gosh, Larry Fitzgerald is up for a contract. You have to come here. You have to be on the team. There's no question about that. Is this what he wants? 52.8, 21.12 in 6 years? I mean, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it right now. See if he accepts it. Offer accepted. All right. Well, that works with me. The kicker, out of all people. I want to keep Calais Campbell. I think he's going to be good, even though I know about it in real life. But Jay Feely, $850K. I'll take that. Offer accepted. Perfect. We'll keep our right guard because he's a decent overall for us right now. 3 years. We still have a decent amount of cap room right now. Gerald Hayes, possibly somebody that I want to keep for a 1-year deal, is perfect for me if you take that. Sorry, try again. Okay. Oh, so you can just try again on this. Interesting. Well, I don't want to give you a signing bonus. I'll bump it up to $3 million for 1 year. Sorry, try again. You can go ahead and find another team that will pay you more than that because I doubt that's going to happen. Calais Campbell on a 3-year deal. 12.6 mil, 3.15 bonus. Offer accepted. Perfect. We got our future right now. Breeston. It would be good to keep a second wide receiver just in case. I don't know what's going to happen this offseason. He ends up accepting that contract. Punter, I just don't want to have to worry about it. I'll sign you to a 3-year deal. Why not? 3-year deal just so I don't have to worry about you. I don't plan on re-signing Hightower. He just doesn't seem like he's going to be good at all. Ben Hamilton doesn't seem like somebody I want to re-sign. I think that's about it. Haggins and Hayes, as much as they had some decent seasons, just not worth it. Just not worth it for me right now. 1 year remaining. Ooh, can I re-sign you now? Ooh, that's a fire. Why don't they have this now? They should really have this now. I would love to keep Rhodes and DRC before I risk it. 5-year deal. Perfect. Kerry Rhodes stays on the team. DRC, I need you to stay on the team. 100% need you to stay on the team. 6-year deal. Perfect. Okay. I think I'm just going to extend Feely as much as possible. I'm not trying to worry about having a kicker problem. And Schofield, O'Brien Schofield, 76 overall, A potential. Has 1 year left on his contract. I think I'm going to keep him and let Joey Porter walk next year. 2-year deal, perfect. It's like a prove-it deal for him at this point. And that's good with me. That is good with me right now. I like what I did. I like what I did this offseason in terms of re-signing the people on our team. I mean, we re-signed the correct players. Patrick Peterson is signed for 5 years. He's already a 90 overall, A potential. Dockett is an 89, A potential. He still has 2 years on his contract. We have all the young pieces that we need, and now we just need to get some players that are good right now onto the Cardinals in order to be a dynasty. All right, so to add on top of what we've already tried to scout right now with the center and the left outside linebacker and the halfbacks, I added some players more deeper in the rounds to be able to draft in all the rounds without being blind. Kamani Grays is a 3rd round strong safety possibly that we could get from FIU. Banks Williams is a left guard that we could possibly replace the left guard that we let walk this offseason. Richmond, cornerback out of North Carolina, projected to go in the 4th round. We have Hardy and the other halfback scouted already. I'm really kind of looking at getting Hardy and then the center in the 2nd round, so it would really have to be a really good 2nd round pick for me to be convinced otherwise. J.J. Rucker out of Rice, projected to go in the 2nd round. Clayton Terrell, projected to go in the 4th round, the tight end. I basically put a bunch of tight ends to be scouted just because I need it. We can actually put this at overall, kind of, just to be able to tell. But that's not going to work because of how it's scouted. So, yeah, I basically tried to get positions of need. Just being able to draft as much as possible in this draft and be able to have a list already prepared. Fort is another cornerback that I looked at as a 1st round pick, and Kenneth Post, a rookie quarterback, projecting to go in the 1st round. The other rookie quarterback was an 80. Could be good. I put it so that he got scouted again, so hopefully we find out more. Maybe his potential would help a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and advance or scout these players. 99 overall strong safety. 99 overall tight end. Wait. Another 99 overall tight end, but in the 2nd round? Is this like, why is it so like beefed up right now? I just might have to trade into these top rounds. This cornerback is projected to be a 95 overall, who I have taking in the 4th round. Jeez, man. That is insane. Well, I hope all of these players are around whenever I'm thinking about getting them, because that would suck if not. So we ended up getting the stats on some of the players. Probably the players that why does it say the speed on some of them? I might have to look deeper into that whenever we get into the draft, but I'm pleasantly surprised about some of these players. I mean, I have a lot of choices to go through right now. I mean, I think the 3rd round is secured by this strong safety. As much as I want to get the 99 overall up here, Sharon Jackson, I don't even know. I wanted to get the halfback because we need a halfback. But there's also 99 tight ends going in the 1st round, but there's also one in the 2nd round. The wide receiver's a 98 overall. This is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm going to have to make a decision in the draft. Ooh, now we're in free agency. All right. We'll start bidding. We got some, whoa. Hold on. I haven't even like made a decision at all. What is this? Oh, nah. Right guard. He's 35. What? Arizona. Okay, so I'm bidding. Okay. Am I just like fighting for my bids or something? What is this? Oh, Adam Vinatieri would be fire, but I already signed my kicker. Shit. He looks not right in the face. Oh, Takeo Spikes. Did they take my offer already? No. Oh, shit. What is this, dog? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm genuinely concerned for my well-being looking at this right now. 33. I got one? Did I get one? Oh, I got 3. I got Bobby Williams, Brian Waters, and Steve Smith. I don't even know what's going on right now. He! Got your ass. All right, well, I guess that's gonna be my cap room for this year. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all, in the slightest, actually. LaDainian Tomlinson is here. Tight end Todd Heap would be fire. I'm gonna get him. Just in case I'm not able to get a tight end. If I am, I'll trade him. Because to be honest, I don't even know what this is right now. I don't. I really don't. Fred Robbins. They're all old. Like, y'all are all old as hell. Chris Gamble. I had him in the last rebuild. Jeez, bro. What is this? I need to pay attention to my... I wasn't even looking at my cap. I need like young players. What's going on? All right, I'll take a look at what I already have. Players 1. I got a right guard, a left guard, a wide receiver, and Steve Smith, who's probably going to be temporary. Oh, I got him on a 3-year deal. Well, fuck. Right tackle, middle linebacker, Ike Taylor. Did I keep my middle linebacker? Todd Heap at tight end. 2-year, 3-year deals. I have 28 mil in cap now. Jeez, okay. All right. I think that's enough of free agency for me. Sim passed. I'm not doing that. That was intense. That was very intense. I've never done that in my life. Pro days. I honestly could care less about pro days. I already know what I want. I already know what I want in the scouting. I don't care about the individual workouts either. Skip individual workouts. I could care less. NFL draft is what I am here for. Go to the NFL draft. What pick do we have? What pick do we have? The Bucks have the first pick. The Jaguars have the second pick. We have the 3rd pick on the board. Okay. Hopefully they don't take Hardy. Who did they take? Who did they take? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, they didn't take Hardy. I am so confused right now. It is insane. Okay, so this wide receiver. Okay, so Tampa Bay took a cornerback in Devontae Bell. Griffin Childs went to whoever was next. The strong safety is here, but I really do need a halfback. I didn't even sign one, I don't think. I have 10 minutes, so it's not horrible. Why can I not see him the way that I saw him before? I'm probably not going with team needs this year. I really think that I should get Hardy. I really do think that I should get Hardy. I think I'm going to get him. Draft Hardy. Draft Keon Hardy. He's supposed to be a 96 overall. He's supposed to be a 96 overall. I don't... Oh, well, that's useful now. All right, we're at our next pick. And the cornerback is still here, and J.J. Rucker. I don't know what round he was supposed to go in, necessarily. The 2nd, okay. Is our center still here? Because a center would be great. A center would be fantastic, but it doesn't seem like he's here. It doesn't seem like our center's here, and that is going to screw us royally on the offensive line. Why did he drop to a 74 now? Oh, Lord, so those are like not even for sure. Those are not for sure overalls, and I did not realize that. I'm taking a chance. I'm taking a chance on Rucker. We're going to add to this cornerback room. He has 94 speed and 92 jump. I really do hope that he is good because I'm going to need it. because I am most definitely going to need it. We will take J.J. Rucker out of Rice in the second round, and hopefully he ends up being good. I'm going to take Terrence Stokes in the third round. I missed out on 97 and 99 overalls possibly, but hopefully Terrence Stokes ends up being good. I'm going to go ahead and take him here, and then I think I'm going to take the cornerback in the next round if he's there, more than likely. All right, the cornerback is here. So is a strong safety. I'll take a chance on the cornerback, though. Richmond out of North Carolina, 6'1", number 28. Adding to our cornerback room even more than we already have. We have Patrick Peterson and DRC already, so that's just making it even more lethal on the defense. Our QB now is John Skelton. Basically the same overall as the last one. Ryan Williams. Hardy is now 76 in terms of what he's possibly going to be. Let's look at the cornerbacks. That's what I'm really interested in. The cornerbacks, 74 and 65. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. I hope they end up developing. I mean, they don't have to develop too quick for us. Left outside linebacker, 62. And the right outside is 63. So we didn't have the best draft in the world. I mean, I don't know what else to rely on in terms of what they can be. Tight end, 68 overall. See, I'm just glad I signed the players that I signed right now. Because if not, I would have been royally screwed if I depended on the draft. Because I'm over here thinking that I'm about to have a star-studded roster with all those players. But Ryan Williams is still on the team. He's an 80 overall, so now we just have a backup halfback in Keon Hardy, and we'll just see if he ends up developing, and if not, we have Ryan Williams. Anthony Sherman is a 78 overall, 1 year into his career, so he's going to be the fullback of the future for us, and hopefully we can keep him. So, we are going to simulate and advance to the preseason. See how this team does this season. I think we're going to be pretty good. We didn't take a look at the wide receivers, but Larry Fitzgerald, Steve Smith, and Steve Breaston are our top 3 wide receivers. I was looking at how Keon Hardy's a 96 overall wide receiver, supposedly. Don't know how. Don't know how. But we're going to go ahead and simulate to the preseason and probably simulate through the season and see how this team does. I did forget that scouting is a thing at the beginning of the season, so I'm going to go ahead and do some of that right now, even though it is very deceiving. The top of the draft is wide receivers. I would like to get a QB. I mean, Brandon Watkins, 6'5". Wow, he is a big man. Carl Riley, Samson Beal. I think at this point, I'm just going to do the top 15 prospects, to be honest with you. I don't have really anything to lose in terms of that. And then I'll worry about the whole depth situation of the draft later on. But I want to see the top 15 prospects and see how they end up doing. I mean, pretty simple. We're just going to scout these real quick. 99 overall left outside linebacker. What he could be, I guess, is what this is supposed to be. Bledsoe is supposed to be an 84 overall quarterback. Washington, center, 89 overall is supposed to be pretty good. A halfback that we don't need. I basically was just scrolling aimlessly. Watkins is not supposed to be that good. Okay. All right. Well, we got our look at what we want to see. I think the left outside linebacker is probably what we're going to be going with this offseason. But I think we do have a young player there, so maybe not. Maybe not. We'll make a decision at the end of the season when we see how good we are. All right, well, a little better than last season. I mean, it's not the best way to end the season, but we got 2 more wins, 6-10. Got to see how the stats look, though. Got to see how the stats look. Our quarterback had 3,800 yards, 24 TDs, and 18 interceptions. It's probably something that we really need to fix. Ryan Williams had 800 yards and 3 TDs. Hardy had 257 and 2 TDs. Receiving, Larry Fitzgerald with 1,200 yards once again and 7 TDs. Steve Smith with 805 TDs. Todd Heap with... Whoa. Holy shit. 500 yards and 1 TD. Breaston had 4 TDs and 500 yards. Defense. Spikes had the most tackles. TFLs was also taken by Spikes with Adrian Wilson next with 5, Hayes with 3, Rhodes with 2, and Dockett with 2. Sacks, Schofield, the young right outside linebacker, had 15.5. Dunbar had 10.5, and Spikes had 4. Interceptions, Patrick Peterson with 5 interceptions and DRC with 3. And Adrian Wilson with 2. See, the defense is good. The defense is good on this team. It's just the offense that needs help, specifically the quarterback position. And I'm hoping to figure that out this offseason. All right, now we're here at re-signing our players, and it doesn't seem like we're going to be re-signing any this year. In all honesty, I don't see why we would. I'm going to look at the 1 year remaining. Darnell Dockett. Darnell Dockett is somebody that I want to keep, and our fullback, of course. The only thing is our cap space, but I can do this. I can do this with Darnell Dockett. Just make sure that we keep him now. Just make sure that we keep him now so we don't have to worry about it later. The fullback is also re-signed, and our strong safety is about to be re-signed as well. Oh, I guess not. We'll bump this up to 420. 420. Yeah. Adrian Wilson. Right outside linebacker Schofield is definitely somebody that I want to keep long term. Maybe 3 years on that real quick. Perfect. O'Brien Schofield is going to be our right outside linebacker of the future. The rest of these players I could care less about, to be honest. Todd Heap can go next year. I don't care. I do not care. Am I able to extend? Oh, you can really extend these players a lot. Okay. Nah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You see how most of these players have A potential? That is for a reason. I am not wasting time. I'm not wasting time. But that's going to do it for re-signing players. It's not that deep of a thing this year in terms of how many players we had to re-sign. They're basically a bunch of bench players that we can replace. And I re-signed some of the players that had 1 year remaining on it. So now we can go into this free agency not having to worry about money in terms of next season, because I think we have re-signed most of our young players for the future. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do in this free agency with how crazy the bidding is in that thing. I don't even know what goes on in that. All right, well, to make long story short in terms of what I'm doing right now, it is the combine scouting at this moment, and basically chose all the positions that I need. Right tackle, just the tackles in general is what I need. Cornerback, right end, cornerback again, all the quarterbacks. Basically every single quarterback known to man on the scouting report is getting scouted. I need to know. And yeah, right ends, I said that, and a left tackle. So hopefully ends up going well for us. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see. Okay, a cornerback projected to go in the 3rd round is supposed to be a 97. I don't know how reliable this is. Right end, 96. Cornerback, 95. A right end at a 95. Left outside linebacker, he dropped to a 94, but do we have more stats to be sure about it? Kinda. I mean, he seems like he's going to be good regardless. I just hope that he's at our pick in the 1st round. We are 6 and 10, so I'm assuming that we're going to be pretty high. Quarterback does not seem like a very deep thing in this draft. It does not. It doesn't seem like it. I mean, the quarterbacks that we had, let's see. Roberts is projected to go in the 2nd, and he's an 81. Bledsoe dropped to a 74 after we scouted him. Beasley's a 77. I think the man that Watkins is up to a 61, so not as bad as before. It's just a hit or miss at this point. I mean, I just have to take my time in these next few weeks to be able to scout these players. All right, time to get into the madness of free agency, I guess. They try to replicate what happens in real life, but it's nowhere near it. Steve Hutchinson. Wow, I have a left guard, though, so I don't need it. Wait, you're not a free agent. I signed you last year. What? Yikes. Okay. Mark Sanchez is a 84 overall, 26. Okay. I'll try to get Mark Sanchez. I don't know what's going to happen in this draft, really. I really don't. Placed bids. Okay, we're going to go like this. Okay. We got to fight. We got to fight for these players right now. 64 mil in cap room. Why is this a 3-year deal? I don't want that. And now Brian Waters is down here too. I'm on timing. I'm on timing right now. Okay, so we got 3. We got the defensive tackle, the right guard, and the left guard. So our offensive line is going to be solid for right now. We have to make sure that we get Mark Sanchez, at least as a backup plan. Perfect. We got Mark Sanchez on the team. All right, so we can get a defensive tackle and a cornerback here. And possibly, okay. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we get all of these players as of right now. I don't know why Bobby Williams was here when I signed him, but we get him back. We still have 36 million cap. I'm genuinely confused still to this day, or to this minute. What was that? I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. It's just not, it's not like good. Oh, what? I signed Calais Campbell to an extension. What? Oh my gosh, this is insane to me. Okay, well, we got some players, I guess. I would like to get him. Oh my gosh, we have to wait a minute for that. I need to start making trades. I need to start making trades. That's what I need to start doing. We did get Mark Sanchez. What else do I need at this point? It seems like some of our players just decided to leave out of nowhere, so I have to make sure I get everything that I need. Halfback, we have Ryan Williams, who's an 87 overall now. Wow. Okay, Sherman, 85. Wide receiver. Oh. Well, we did sign a wide receiver, but wow. Tight end, Stokes is a 70. Charlie Johnson, left tackle. We got a left guard. Center's going to have to be that guy, to be honest with you. Right guard. Right tackle, we don't have one. We have to get a right tackle. Left end, I'm signing one as we speak. Defensive tackle, I signed 2, I think, this season. Laniel Thomas, but it has the face skin of Ryan Clark mixed with somebody else. Huh. Well, left outside linebacker we possibly should get. I mean, that's supposed to be a draft pick in this draft. Middle linebacker, I think I signed that too. Cornerback Patrick Peterson is a 94 overall. DRC 86. Huh. Okay, so our safeties are still here. So basically our whole team is still here except for Calais Campbell because he just decided to up and leave. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and take a look and see if we got our players at this point. I don't know if it keeps the timer going once we're out. No, it doesn't. That's lame. Okay, so what was another one? Middle linebacker. All right, so we ended up getting the backups. Hopefully we end up replacing them in the draft. So I think otherwise I'm going to see you in the draft if I'm not able to scout any players right now. Nope, does not look like it. Nope. All right, so we are going to simulate to the next task, and I think it is the pro days. Okay, so I'm going to perform this task and see what all I can do. All right, so I basically just chose all the same players just to see. I chose all the main players, really. I chose the highest overall ones and most of the QBs just because I want to be able to have a QB of the future. Cornerback, right end, just a lot of defensive positions that we need. Center, left tackle. It's just a lot of the fill-in positions for us, but fill-in positions that really make an impact on our team for the simulation. Gonna go ahead and scout them. The cornerback is still a 97 overall after being scouted, which is very interesting. So I might have to take him probably in the second round, to be honest with you, just to make sure. It's gonna be a difficult draft. It's definitely gonna be a difficult draft, but hopefully we can do what we need to do. I think we can find out more now, though. Oh, we only get to choose 5 on this one. Okay. Go ahead and choose the ones that we are talking about. The left outside linebacker is going to be an 84 with A potential. Beasley, who's supposed to be going in the second round, is going to be an 82 with A potential. Okay. Spencer is supposed to be a 76 with B potential. And Petrosili is supposed to be a 75, or is a 75 with B potential. So, good thing I wasn't going to take Griffin Jones in the third round because that would have screwed me royally. So Okay, so we have a good idea of what we're going to be getting. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Corral Keys in the first and Nick Beasley in the second. I think him as a backup behind Mark Sanchez would be pretty good. Or I can trade Mark Sanchez. Who knows? Who knows what can happen right now? But I think we are at the NFL draft, so we are going to go ahead and see where we are in the NFL draft. And I think we are one of the top picks. Redskins, Seahawks, Jaguars, Vikings, 49ers. We must be the sixth pick, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go to my scouted and make sure that I have my players ready. Okay, so Corral Keys is supposed to be going in the first regardless, so hopefully he ends up being there. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to our pick. Trade proposal. Seahawks trade the number 2 pick for our first and second round pick. But I already have my first and second round pick figured out. I don't know if I want to risk it, so I'm going to go ahead and reject it. Let that slide right now. We're going to simulate to our pick, and hopefully our player's here. Corral Keys is here, and I think I'm going to take the safe option. I know there's probably going to be some better picks in terms of halfback or whatever, but I'm taking Corral Keys. I'm taking Corral Keys or Corral Keys. Got to be able to have him on the team, and now I have to worry about Nick Beasley being here in the second round, so I'm going to go ahead and simulate to our next pick. Nick Beasley isn't here. I think I'm going to take best case scenario. I know it's probably not going to be a super high overall, but I'm going to take Bensley Washington out of Kent State. Cornerback, add to our cornerback room because it's just Patrick Peterson and DRC right now. Go ahead and hope for the best on that one. I'm planning to take an end in the third round. Okay, now our right end is still here. 84 speed. I mean, it's fine to take a chance right now, to be honest with you. I'm going to wait till next draft for the quarterback. Hopefully Mark Sanchez does good, and then we end up actually doing something with him. But Donald Montgomery, right end, could possibly be a 95. Highly doubt it. But we're taking a chance on him, regardless. And I think that's really going to do it with the most important picks of the draft. You might not see the rest unless it's a good pick. All right, and looking at the depth chart, Mark Sanchez is our QB1. Ryan Williams, 87 overall, 23 years old. I'm glad that he's developing. Anthony Sherman is going to be our fullback and 85 overall. Wide receivers, Larry Fitzgerald is a 91. He's regressing. Interesting. Emmanuel Sanders, Steve Breaston, tight end. Stokes from last year's draft. Hopefully he ends up being good. I mean, that's all that I can really hope for right now. I think our O-line is pretty decent. I don't think it's too insane, but it's decent for the time being. Left end is going to be Jason Hunter because the draftee was a 70 overall. Right end, Darnell Dockett, of course. Defensive tackle is going to be Richard Seymour. And Dan Williams is here. And I don't think we drafted a defensive tackle in the draft. Corral Keys is an 84 overall left outside linebacker, so hopefully he develops well with the rest of the defense. Middle linebacker, we weren't able to draft one, just wasn't worth it. Greg Jones is going to be our middle linebacker for right now. O'Brien Schofield, right outside linebacker, 77 overall with 8 potential, supposedly. Hopefully he ends up living up to that. Cornerback, Patrick Peterson, DRC, Cedric Griffin, Richmond from the last draft, and J.J. Rucker from last draft as well, but he's on special teams. I could have sworn we had another cornerback that was supposed to be good that we got. Guess not. Free safety is Kerry Rhodes. Strong safety, Adrian Wilson. The team overall is pretty good. Kicker is a 70 overall rookie, which isn't bad necessarily. I just thought that we had our kicker from the years past because I re-signed him. But we'll go ahead and see what happens this season. I'm still not sure on what trades to make. Maybe middle linebacker. I just don't. There's not really any things that stand out to me necessarily. Maybe a good wide receiver 2 would help a lot, just so Larry Fitzgerald isn't alone. And then Emmanuel Sanders can be a wide receiver 3. I think that's what I'm going to go for right now. It is almost impossible to make trades on this game, too. I have been trying my best to get a tight end, a wide receiver, It's just it's so ridiculously stupidly hard as to how they even are able to do it. Hold on. Scouting. That's what I was trying to get to. Okay, so now we're at the scouting. I'm going to go ahead and do cornerback, wide receiver. Don't need that. We do need a quarterback for the future. Left guard would be great because we keep popping from one to another, so that would be great to have. Right tackle would also be great. Defensive tackle because Seymour is not going to be a long-term solution. Right guard as well would be fine. Middle linebacker. And then we'll advance on this one. I'm just trying to find the top prospects in this. Middle linebacker, Nathan Guy, 99 overall supposedly. Jenkins, a 96. Myers, a 93. Quarterback, okay. Keep that in mind for the rest of the season. Belsky, center, 92 overall. Jordan, middle linebacker, 87 overall. Bronson, 85. So we definitely have to look at these towards the end of the season and see how they end up panning out. We saw that Corell Keys ended up being a pretty good right outside linebacker. And hopefully we can find our quarterback of the future in this one. All right, well, we keep getting progressively better. Maybe we made the playoffs this year. I'll have to look at the... Wow, I blanked. I'll have to look at the standings in terms of if we made it or not. We NFC. We're NFC. We did not make the playoffs. We missed it by one game and a tiebreaker actually, because there was 3 teams that made it that were 8-8, and we were not one of them. So, not the best way to miss those playoffs, but season stats for our team right now. I think Mark Sanchez did pretty good if we're 8-8. He had 3,600 yards, 16 TDs, and 6 interceptions. Rushing, Ryan Williams, 1,500 yards and 16 TDs. He's going off. Receiving, Larry Fitzgerald with 1,305 TDs, and Stokes with 429 and 3 TDs. And Emmanuel Sanders with 698 and 2 TDs. Defense, though, middle linebacker 2, I think it is, had the most tackles on the season. Corral Keys had 9 TFLs as a rookie. Brandon had 6 and Wilson had 5. Schofield had 4. Schofield had 13 sacks on the season. Keys had 5. Interceptions, DRC had 3. Wilson had 3. Richmond had 2. And Patrick Peterson only had 1 on the season, surprisingly enough. He is only 2 years into his career, so it's not bad at all. Overall, team looks pretty good. I mean, we can look at the overalls just to see how everybody is doing at the moment. Depth chart, Mark Sanchez is possibly still the same overall. He is. Ryan Williams is still an 87. Anthony Sherman is still an 85. Larry Fitzgerald still in 91, so that's good for us. Our tight end is still at 70. So that might have to be something that we focus on in free agency if we're able to frickin' find one with how fast it goes. Our O-line is still pretty solid at the moment. Still pretty solid. Can't really complain much about it. Right tackle is the only one that's questionable. Left end, Hunter is there. Anderson, Montgomery is the 3rd string. Right end, 86 overall, Darnell Dockett is still the starter. Seymour is still an 87. Rubens an 84. I think Rubens going to be taking over pretty soon because I don't really plan on re-signing Seymour, even though he hasn't regressed at all. Dan Williams is up to a 79. Was he a 79 before? I'm not sure. Left outside linebacker, Keys is still an 84. Middle linebacker, Greg Jones still a 76. Schofield is still a 77. Cornerback, Patrick Peterson is a 94. DRC is an 86. Griffin's an 81. And Richmond's a 79. So I think our cornerbacks are good. I don't think we need to draft one. Kerry Rhodes at 31 years old is still an 87 overall. Wilson at 33 is an 85 overall. That might have to be somebody that we have to move on from. But overall, the team looks solid. The team does look solid. I'm hoping that some of them progress because I know that it likes to progress them late. So we'll see if they end up progressing into the next preseason, but we have to worry about getting a tight end this offseason, a middle linebacker, and some other positions. All right, now we have to get to re-signing players, and it seems like McGee is up to a 77 after last season, so I just might have to re-sign him just to be able to have... We're negative 15 mil in cap? Oh my gosh. All right, well, I guess we're not signing anybody, and it just might seem like we're not signing anybody in. And you're telling me Ryan Williams is up for a contract next year? What's our salary cap look like next year? Even worse than this year. Oh, we have to pack up players. There's no way I'm letting Ryan Williams walk next year. Oh, I have to do that, but I can't re-sign a right tackle. We have to be able to draft the right positions this year. Well, now that we can't sign anybody, we have to be able to figure out who we're going to get in the draft. And middle linebacker seems like the right position. Jenkins at right tackle. Quarterback would be great just in case I have to pack up Mark Sanchez this season. Center, middle linebacker, right guard. Just all the positions that we need. Left guard, left tackle. And then I'll finish it off with this guy. All right. So now we have picked all the players that we wanted to scout. We're just going to go ahead and scout them now. Wide receiver. One of the wide receivers that I think I didn't look at the first time, I don't think. But 99 overall, supposedly. Duncan is somebody that I know that I just put this wide receiver as well. And so is this one. The tight end is supposed to be an 81. The middle linebacker an 80. Kiri Ford at an 80. It looks like the quarterbacks did not do well in this one. Ford an 80. Coulthard a 77. And Marshall a 70. It seems like Myers is only getting worse. So I think I'm going to focus on these two when it comes down to scouting them again. Wide receiver, Boyd, 99 overall. Don't think that's going to be what it ends up being. Tight end. Duncan, 95, and Cox in an 81. I think I know what they base it off of, and it's the limited stats that it has. So if they have high stats for their position, and that's what they scouted, of course it's going to be a 99 overall. But then it comes in with all the other stats, like the tangibles and everything, and it ends up not being the same. So doesn't seem like a very deep draft in terms of the O-line. We're just going to have to see in the next part. But I don't think we can do anything in free agency right now. Go to free agency. 910K. Brian Urlacher. Fun fact. Brian Urlacher used to be my favorite player in the league, and he is the reason why I wore number 54 for a while. And I was also a fan of the Chicago Bears for a while. I had a Chicago Bears little football at one point. Not like a plushie one, but an actual one. And I would use it all the time. All the time. But we don't really have enough money to be bidding right now. So I'm just going to simulate it. See what the... Oh, there was a good bit of players too. But we don't have the money. We don't have the money for it. So we just let our CPU do it. I really do wish that I could have done something this off season, because it seems like a pretty deep one, but I can't do anything but just hope for the best in this draft. Pro days, we're going to look at... We do have 20, so we can really just look at the top 20 that we have and just go about it like that. Go ahead and do this real quick. Just go all the way down. Dot, 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 dot. All right, perfect. So we got the quarterbacks. The only thing we're missing is a cornerback, but I don't think I'm worried about that. We don't necessarily need cornerback in this draft, so I'm glad that I didn't check that. So we're going to go ahead and scout these players and see what they end up being. Boyd is down to a 92, but he's still in high overall. Duncan is down to an 86, but still a pretty decent one. Marshall is up to an 83. So I guess we know what we kind of want to do in this individual workouts. I do want to be able to get a middle linebacker. It doesn't seem like there's any good ones, though. It doesn't. It doesn't seem like it. Guy is not good. Ugh. That's not going to be good for us right now. We might have to go with Boyd, but I want to get a quarterback, and the ones in the second round don't seem to be any good. I mean, Colt Hard seems to be decent. It's just depending on what we end up doing in terms of the individual workouts. I like this scouting. I do like this scouting a bit. I'm more in control of it. It's a little more in depth though, so I'm not 100% sure if I like it too much. I like the scouting now for sure, but I don't know. It just seems a little too based off of what the CPU feels like doing in that game. But I'm going to put Boyd to be scouted. We'll do quarterback. I don't think Ford is going to be any good. I want to see if Colt Hard is good just because of being able to have it. So tight end, it's a very offensive heavy type of feel right now just because the defensive ones are not that great. I can take a chance on linemen. I do have supposedly linemen signed for the future right now in terms of the older ones. So we'll end up scouting these players. 77 overall, Kalen Marshall with the B potential. So these players ended up being 75s and not great at all. Great. That's fantastic for us. That is so good for us. I think we are in the middle of the draft, though, so we don't really have a choice at the top picks in this one. Ford seems to be a top one, so I'm glad that I didn't waste my time on that. I'm going to simulate to our pick. We are the 16th overall pick, so smack dab in the middle. And Ford is down here. Do I take a chance on Ford? Supposed to be top 5, but he's dropped to here. Or do I take a chance on who I already know is going to be good? Yeah, I'm going to take Marshall here. Just to be safe, I don't know if Ford is going to be any good for us. Jets trade the number 17 overall pick to the 49ers for their first and second. I want to see if they get Ford. They don't. They went after somebody else. Wow. We're just going to simulate. Okay. All right. There's just trades happening in this one. We'll just simulate to our next pick. I'm not worried about everybody else's picks. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to take a risk on a middle linebacker. Position of need. Need to figure that out now. Need to figure it out now. We're going to go ahead and draft Okoye Gilbert. Hopefully he ends up being good, but I'm really just trying to draft for specific positions that I know that we need. I'm going to try to get a tackle here. A right tackle to be specific. We need to get some sort of young depth in our O-line. We have a lot of older players, and I don't think we have our right tackle right now. So we'll take a chance on Benjamin Adams out of USF. Probably not going to be good because he's coming out of USF. All right, well, the only one that we know of right now is going to be Kalen Marshall because we fully scouted him. We're going to have to find out about these other positions in the depth chart, really. So we'll go ahead and go to the beginning of the season where we're going to handle all the depth chart situation, probably offload a lot of contracts too, and do the scouting. I quite literally can't make a trade for the life of me. I have tried so many different things. I need to offload cap, and for some reason, one of our halfbacks, being the younger one, has an 11.18 mil cap hit. I don't know. Mark Sanchez is going to be the starting quarterback for the time being. I just might have to offload him for basically nothing because that seems like the only way to go about this at this point. Hardy, who has an 11.18 million cap hit and is taken away from Ryan Williams getting another contract, is our second string halfback. I'm just bamboozled right now. Ryan Williams at an 87 overall. Fullback is still Anthony Sherman. I was about to say, why are you not here? Let's go ahead and reorder this just to make sure because I'm not trying to risk anything. Wide receivers, Larry Fitzgerald is going to be our wide receiver 1 with Emmanuel Sanders right behind him. Got a bunch of rookies behind them, though, so hopefully they end up developing in somewhat of a well way. Tight end champion, 73 overall. Might have been something the computer decided to do. Our old rookie seems to not be here anymore. I guess we didn't re-sign him. Left tackle is down to a 72. Left guard, Steve Hutchinson. Center, do we still have him? We don't. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. This is, questionable at best. Left end, Hunter and Montgomery is the second string. Right end is Darnell Dockett at an 82. He's getting older. Seymour is an 85. And Ruben is down to an 81. Left outside linebacker is up to a 91. Okay. I'm just so bumfounded right now. Middle linebacker is basically nothing. What happened to... I don't understand this game. I don't understand this game. I won't lie to you. This might be my last throwback rebuild. Because at this point, I don't know what to do. Why do players just all of a sudden just disappear? They're not retiring. They're not old enough to retire. They're young players that are just leaving the team, but they're on contracts. So I don't understand how that's possible. This whole system is already messed up. I'm going to simulate this season. Again, I'm going to do the top 15. I'm not even going to waste any time. I don't even care about the specifics. I can honestly care less right now. Top 15 of the draft. Go ahead and see what they end up being. 99 for a right outside linebacker. Of course, we need it now because all of a sudden ours just poof disappeared. Right end, middle linebacker, quarterback, Lovelock. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see. There's really no other way of going about it. I mean, I can try to trade again. I really don't. I just think this game's trade system is broken. I really do. I think it's stupid. I think it's honestly just not usable at this point. And it's insane. It's intense. I mean, I'm trading a running back with a potential and is an 80 overall right now and trying to get a second round pick for it. How is that not a trade? How is that not a possibility? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. This guy is literally a potential. I don't understand it. B potential. Sorry. Oh my gosh. But I promise you it's still going to be the same thing if I try to get a second round pick with this guy. It's still going to be the same thing. This game is so broken. Nah, I'm gonna simulate this season. I mean, hopefully we can make a push in the playoffs because we added some good players, but we lost some good players too because they just vanished. It's literally telling me that I have exceeded cap, but what am I supposed to do with that? Like, what am I supposed to get? There's nothing I can do about that right now. I'm literally going to be trading Mark Sanchez and this player, and hopefully they both are able to go. It's just I don't know what I can get for them at this point. So it says that I have to simulate this week's games, but it's not letting me. You know what? I try my best. I think this is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last throwback rebuild for a while. This might just be Throwback Thursdays, and I just go to an old game and play an old game and whatever. Oh my gosh. This game is stupid. This game is idiotic. These Madden 12, Madden 13, trading is impossible. It is absolutely impossible. I don't know if that's a setting that I can change, but man, is it annoying. It is so annoying. Franchise options. It's just, you can't change it. You can't change the sliders or whatever. It's insane. No, I'm going to save this. Hopefully, I can come back to this at some point, but this is going to be my last throwback rebuild for a while. I cannot do this with this right now because it is testing my patience on me literally trading not even bad prospects. It's not like I'm trying to trade trash. I'm not trading them for nothing. I'm not trading them for a 5th or 4th round pick. That shouldn't be a thing. I'm just trying to get a 2nd round pick for Mark Sanchez and a halfback that was a top 5 prospect like 2 years prior in this franchise. It's stupid. No, I'm done. If you enjoyed that, please go down there and like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see any other throwback games. I don't know if I'm going to be doing these Maddens anymore just because they're not functionable. I don't know what the issue is with them. I can't make trades, and that takes like a quarter of the whole thing out of it. So, yeah, I will see you in the next video, though. Peace.